the Banshees and Kraftwerk, and I can't forget some other bands, maybe Throbbing Gristle or something. But for me, it was Pow, the Banshees, and later Joy Division, and you know, some stuff like the Slits and Gang of Four and Pop Group. Pop Group were very important, and yeah, it was a kind of it was a way of taking rock forward and you know, letting go of the past. There was no American, you know, there was no blues, not you know, it was kind of a very almost genderless music. I think subconsciously I must have found that quite interesting. And, you know, and I think that the subject matter of the songs was, you know, Leiden had a song called Annalisa about a German girl whose parents had the priest come and try and exorcise her because she was seeing visions. She was obviously like schizophrenic or like mentally ill, but the parents thought she was possessed with the devil. So they got the Catholic priest to come and try and exorcise the demons out of her. So, you know, Leiden wrote a song about that. He wrote a song called Death Disco about his mother, watching his mother die of cancer. The Banshees wrote songs like Suburban Relapse about a housewife, you know, taking pills and just the pressure of being this housewife with this boring suburban middle class lifestyle. The husband is always working, the two kids, and you know, she just has this spiritual and mental collapse, you know, and they're writing songs about these kind of themes. And the paranoia, you know, everything was where the post-punk was kind of internalized, you know. Punk was kind of external anger, post-punk was more of a psychosis, paranoia, existential dread. And you know, and I guess the band that really excelled at that idea was Joy Division and E-Curves, which I loved.
And that would have been your biggest influence in the Wake then?
Yes, yeah, well that leads on to the Wake, and so the Wake, I was friends with a band, I was friends with some kids who were like a year younger than me, and I had left school. They were still at school. I used to meet them in town, I'd run into them. We always went to the same bus stop, and we'd do this. Jacob and I were speaking earlier about how when we were teenagers, we'd get the bus into town, and then there was a circuit of record stores you would walk around. So I did that every Saturday. And okay, you know, eventually you would nod at certain people who nodded back to you because they were always there. And there was 3 kids that always got on the bus back to the south side of Glasgow around the same time as me, and we started looking, you know, we're checking each other's clothes. Eventually, one day somebody said, "What did you buy?" You know, bag of records, said to buy a bag of records. And we spoke about the records we bought, and they were kind of similar. And they told me they had a band, and would I like to come and see their band rehearse. Their band, they were called Altered Images. And at that point, I don't think they had a singer. It was just 4 boys. And one of the guitar players was a guy called Jerry McNulty, but his name was Caesar, and he was older than me. And so I was friends with all of them, and the first time I ever played drums, the first gig I ever played was playing drums for Altered Images at Middlesbrough Rock Garden in 1980, and we opened for Spiz Energy, and Titch Anderson, the drummer, never turned up. We met one Saturday morning in Glasgow to get a drive down to Middlesbrough. I was the roadie, and he just disappeared. So they asked me if I would play drums because I used to set the drums up in rehearsals, and I could play all of his beats. They were very kind of simple, Banshees, tribal beats, and I said, yeah, I'll do it. So there was like 500 skinheads throwing pint glasses at us. And guys, people, Mohicans, and it was way past punk rock, but they were still, it was Middlesbrough, so it was a notoriously tough gig, But we stood our ground and we played the gig and we got the respect of the audience, so it was cool. So anyway, that was like 1980. Around 1981, they signed, that band did a lot of John Peel sessions, and I was there. I'd take time off work. I had a job in a factory, I was a printer. And the first tour I ever went on was the Banshees. We opened for Siouxsie and the Banshees when the Kaleidoscope album was out, Happy House and Christine, that period. Because the Altered Images had sent a tape to the Siouxsie's office, and they heard the tape and they called up and said,